Hi, good afternoon, educators. So, welcome to the day third training program on Foundational Digital Literacy week. And today we have got a topic which is very important as far as the educators are concerned. That's accessibility and inclusive digital practices. Okay. Now, let me just share my screen. Okay. Now, in education, since we talk about hybrid learning, we spoke about the different learning methods, the digital citizenship. It is important that teachers should understand the concept of how to bring accessibility and inclusive design in the classroom and which all tools can support it. And today, by end of the session, you will understand what is this accessibility inclusive is. You'll understand about how can you start planning the lessons so that accessibilities and inclusiveness will be part of the classroom. We'll try to understand uh, the different areas where the accessibilities plays a big role. Okay, so before I start the topic of accessibility, accessibility means access to all, right? Access to all for learning. Now, giving you an example of in my recent trip, it is about the Bangalore airport, right? Now, Bangalore Airport recently recognized as India's first airport to achieve ACI accessibility accreditation, right? What is ACI? ACI is for Asia Pacific. It is the standard of Airport Council International. They provide. It's the first airport where accessibility solutions are in place. That means it has got a lot of accessibility feature which can supports all kind of people who comes to the airport. Okay, whether it's a kid, whether it's a senior citizen, whether it is people with some disabilities, people with the normal thing, for all kind of people who are traveling by flight, the accessibility solution has been provided where we talk about a person which is having the reduced mobility issues, okay, which we call as a PRM, because they cannot walk a lot. There are different vehicles are there in the airport which can carry the people from one place to another place, okay, so that they can be also part of, they can also commute easily in the airport. The wheelchair services are available. Uh, Immediately, if you can book it, a lot of wheelchair services are available for the people who are having the PRM problems. Uh, then dedicated PRM lanes are there, especially for the faster checkout and check-in. You have got a special lines which is especially for the people who are accessing this, who are having the PRM issues. There is accessible washroom areas also where the it is as per the universal design principles. Low height counters are been set up there, okay, and especially for the people who have little visual impaired passengers, they have all the way in the airport they have got a signage, okay, on elevator, on toilets and information boards everywhere. There is always a assistance service by a trained professionals who can always train them on support them. For people who are having the hearing issues, there is a visual information displaying about the flight information. Okay, there is the staff trained on sign languages who can communicate to the people, and especially for the elder passengers, when we talk about them, there are seating areas are created separately. Okay, there is a priority check-ins. People are being called first when there is a entrance in the airplanes are happening. They've been called first, and they have given always a preference. If there is a families or babies are there, there is a special baby care rooms have been is available. There is a child-friendly space is there. The people who are having the neurodivergent individuals, okay, for them the quiet zones are there, trained staffs are there who can handle these all disabilities, and plus the overall environment is so peaceful for the people who are commuting. So idea is why it has been awarded, because if you see that in different places where the people are commuting, whether we talk about the railway station, bus stand or airport, uh, in the airport, in the shopping malls, people are like for they are designing the infrastructure in such a way that considering everybody can commute easily without having more problems by providing more and more better solutions so that all can the access is available for all, right? Why I given you this example is the same thing happens to our schools. Okay, in the education system also, each child in the classroom, okay, whether they're coming from a special requirement or not, but still each student in the school has come with a different learning style. They all have got a different learning style. Some can read the textbook and understand, some can uh, some can see the visual videos or images, then they can understand the things. Someone can hear and they can understand. Okay, there are different types of intelligence are there in the body. Some will do some experiment and practice, then only they can understand the concept. And some will try to go through the multiple times the concept, and then they will understand the process, right? So today in the session, the main focus is by end of the session, you will be able to understand the meaning of digital accessibility, which you are getting it right now. We'll try to understand which all Microsoft tools are there, which if a teachers can use it and teachers can make the student to use such tools, they can provide a accessibility solution for everybody. That means in a common lesson plan, when the lesson plans are being designed, in that lesson plans, the font style, the everything matters. Every small things matter as per the universal design principle. We'll try to explore the practical classroom strategy to make the content more exclusive and reflect on your role in creating an equitable digital learning environment, which is the most important. So, now there is a question which is there on the screen that you can think about, okay? Because why we are understanding, I think you'll be having the clarity. Have you ever had a student who struggled to keep up, okay? Because they could not see the board clearly, or if they had trouble reading the screen, okay, maybe they are sitting on the back bench or they're not able to read it, they're not able to see it, but everybody cannot sit on the front bench, right? So what is the accessibility solution has been planned for that purpose? Think about that, because accessibility is not about helping a few students, only the backbench. It is about designing so that everyone in the classroom can succeed in their own way. Okay, the worksheet designing, which is adaptable by everybody. Okay, some people they like to study something different. For them, the worksheet design could be different. Somebody has got a multilingual approach. So sorry. So now coming back to the discussion, like what is digital accessibility? So digital accessibility means creating a content that can be used by all the students regardless of ability, learning style, or devices. Okay, I'll show you some examples, and I'll just show you that students with the visual, hearing, mobility, cognitive, and language needs, for all those people, these things are there. There are certain Microsoft tools that supports the accessibility. Okay, where we talk about immersive reader. Example, some students are there who is having the issue with the situations like low vision or dyslexia. In such cases, the immersive reader as a tool, if we practice a lot on these tools, this can be a great option for students to take care on the special needs. Okay, such platform or such applications can be made available where the content can be taught to the students. Okay, so when a teacher is teaching a content or a topic in the PowerPoint presentation, later when the notes has been given, the notes could be given to all the students, maybe in the format like PDF or something, which a students can convert into a immersive reader, and they can read, they can hear it. Okay, then after that, the live caption. Okay, example, this right now the meeting is going on, and if I enable the live captions, what will happen? If you are not able to see my presentation properly, or you are not able to go through the speed, you can still go through the content which has been given here, the languages which has been part of it, and it can also have the feature sets that we can even change the subtitles, the languages, whichever we wanted to change it. If we are speaking in English, it will come as English. If we change the subtitles to Hindi, even if I'm speaking in English, it will come as a subtitle as Hindi. So this captioning option can also help the people who are having the hearing issues, right? So in the classroom, normal classroom also. I'm just giving one example. Let's say I'm the teacher of a classroom, and I want to teach them about this topic. Let's say in the front bench, there are students who are having the hearing issues. There is a possibilities, right? And if I am teaching them the PPT file, if I'm start teaching, what will happen? Other students can understand the concept properly. But the students who are having the hearing issues, they will have the issue because they will wait for me to explain him in the sign language or something like that. But if I use this technology as a feature and turn on the live captions, what can happen is he can be a part of the mainstream classroom. He can also uh, participate, and these features we have seen during the COVID time. The captions, live captions, plays a big role. Even not only this, if let's say you have Art Connect program where you connect from one state to another state, and let's say the other state, the students are very comfortable in their own regional language. If the technology is supporting the real-time caption, okay, let's say I wanted to like from the Delhi, I wanted to connect to schools in Bangalore, and I have connected to one of the government school and trying to do this Art Connect program. Maybe the English or maybe the language barrier from Hindi, it will not be suitable for them, right? In such cases, what can happen? This kind of multilingual feature could be used where either it can give in a live caption way, or there are features which can also enable the live translations. Okay, these features are there, which is supporting the real time, where teacher don't have to do much effort, but a small utilization of tools can meet the some of the student needs. Okay, so we have to start from the small. That's what I can try to say. Dictate in word. Example, somebody who is having the motor issues or struggling to write, very slow typer. For them, we should give them the method of how they can speak and speak and type everything, because later they can keep practicing on how they can improvise their typing. But who has got some issues, they can all use the dictate feature, translate feature, where the multilingual content is concerned. There it will be done. The student with the language barriers can use this feature. High contrast mode, improve the visual clarity, who has got the low vision, and magnifiers, who has got the vision issues. So we will have example this PPT we are running. If we wanted the last bench students are not able to see some points, I can even have the option in the PowerPoint to go ahead and I can even zoom in this particular page. We have got a magnify slide option where example only this portion I want to zoom in. You can see that it should be visible. Okay, so important concept, I can zoom it with the help of some features like zoom in and zoom out can easily be done. Okay, now uh, there are some scenarios before I go into the tools and show you some of the real world use of it. I'll show you some of the small scenarios where it can be done. So a student has trouble reading the long paragraphs. They have tried using the immersive reader and break the content into smaller section. If there is a student who misses the class due to health reason, they can also watch the recording using the Teams, or they can, if a school is sharing via OneNote, they can be available to them. If a student types slowly, then the dictation features are there which can support it. Okay. Now, before I just get into the thing, let me now share it one thing to you. So you can actually try this accessibility solution in any of the topic. Example, Suppose in the classroom you are teaching a topic like photosynthesis. We are talking about how this plants take the oxygen, how the chlorophylls has been taken up, and each information you are showing them in the bullet point wise in the screen. Okay, that also creates a lot of impact. The font you choose, the vocabulary which you are going to choose, that if you are putting it at end of the notes, vocabularies and other things which you're using the difficult words, whether it's the photosynthesis or it is about the chlorophyll or it is about the carbon dioxide, what is oxygen, okay, what is glucose. So small pointers can be given as a key vocabularies, right? And when you're teaching a topic like photosynthesis, the image which you are going to use, okay, that will, first of all, that will help a lot of students, okay, because only theory they may not understand. They wanted to see some animation. So if you include some animation or video, that will help the visual learners. Okay, those who are audio learners, for them, what will happen? They will be able to get in notes, or if a teacher is giving them notes with the kind of text is written in the notes, they can read on their own speed. Okay, and those students who are suffering from dyslexia, for them also they can have the some kind of fonts which is very popular font as per the universal design guideline, which I remember something like, yeah, sans serif. Okay, sans serif is the font name, which is very good example if it's like Arial or something like that, that has got a very high contrast font that improves the readability. Okay, and it is recommended because they are easier for the reader with the dyslexia and visual difficulties. And we have to see that the text alignment should be left to right. Okay, 1.5 the line spacing should be there. The font size should be between 12 to 14. So these are some kind of small things which if we can try to include in our presentations, in our topics, that helps a lot of people and it will save a lot of time. Okay, the student which is having the low vision, they can benefit if the font size is increased by 14 to 15. Okay, and those who are having the attention difficulties in the classroom, they can also understand with the help of a lot of videos, files, and engagement during the session which a teacher wanted to do it. So now with that, I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. Allow me a minute. Okay, I just have shared my screen, and in this, I'm just going to sign in with the account. So I have almost all the application which is required for me to go through it. So when I was telling you about the accessibility solutions, okay, uh, for example, when we try to use PowerPoint or anything, example, I'm just going to the PowerPoint presentation for time being, and if I have got some presentation which is already made, let me see it. Okay, I'll just try to see if any presentation I can get. Okay, let's say this is the presentation which I have got. Now, this presentation example, if I have to speak over it, what I can do is I will go to the slideshow option. Okay, slideshow, and you can see there are a few features are there like review and view option. In every tools of Microsoft, you have something like to check the accessibility. So there is something called, if you go to the review option, you have got Under review, in every tool, you'll have the check accessibility, whether the content is suitable for the image or not, right? So example, there are some errors which is showing up, that is missing the alternate text. If I'm using some images, after the images, I should uh, I should include, because if somebody will not be able to see the image, at least if I provide them the notes, they can read it, that what is inside the image, what I'm trying to, with the right caption. Okay. So example, if I am trying to insert an image here, insert picture from the internet. Okay. Water pollution, and I try to insert one image, and we can try to enter uh, some kind of uh, some kind of alternate text on the type of images which is available for each text. We can mention it, and we can also generate with the help of AI. Polluted water having, okay. So I am using some alternate text for this image, and then I can also check the accessibility always, whether I have got any kind of issue with this particular slide or not. So that's what is coming up to you. Table header is missing here. Slide title is missing. Restricted access is missing. Okay, there's some missing items are there. But yes, just trying to show you one thing here. If I'll go to my design and click on design suggestion, allow me a minute. Okay. Now, if this kind of PPTs I'm making it, ideally in this PPTs we have got the feature of accessibility check. That's the first thing. Number two, the fonts which I'm trying to use should be there. Number three, if I go to the slideshow option, okay, we have got an option like always use subtitles. If I click on spoken language, let's say my spoken English language is English India, and let's see what visual is a supportive language, subtitle language. If I have got something on the languages, let's say that I got Kannada, or I got Punjabi, I got Hindi, I got Tamil. Some languages which the language engineers are trying to incorporate here, it's available there. But for example, I'm trying to use here as Kannada as a language, and I'm trying to talk about water pollution. So what is happening? If I click on slideshow, if I start speaking anything on water pollution, it will generate a subtitle for me in the language which I have opted for. Right. Same way, if I go back and stop the slideshow and I will go back and try to change it again the way it was earlier. So that if I'm just going to the always use subtitles and subtitle language, I'm trying to use this time as a Hindi and click on slideshow. If I talk about the water is polluted and the water bottle is there on the top of the water, right? And everything which I'm speaking is getting real time converted into the language. And if I continue my presentation, the agenda items, I talk about understanding the water pollution as a main topic, definition and types of water pollution. If I speak, right? So all these things is converting into the subtitles, which is easy for me to have it. Plus, I will have the option also that as a teacher, I can record this presentation directly from the slideshow. I can even go and I can record it. Even I can click on presenter view or rehearse with coach, where I can convert this presentation into a video message where I can just show you. If I click on rehearse with coach, this option, and at this page, if I start the rehearsing, right? If I click on start rehearsing, mic will be ready and the camera will be ready. And then if I start rehearsing here, that also will support many students when they are trying to practice for the PowerPoint presentation, where they talk about source of water, effect on ecosystem, water pollution in Bangalore. You can talk some information about it. Okay. It gives this score also, that how much a score, what kind of, how the pitch was, how the voice modulation was used. Everything it is trying to showing you. Okay. So this is the one of the example which I was trying to show you, that how this it plays a big role. And also if you include some animation on it, that also is a accessibility solution. Okay. Now I'm just going to the other application here called Word document, just to show you the other accessibility solution. Let's say you are giving a notes to the students on, maybe on the topic about water pollution or the topics of Father's Day, and you wanted the student to, if they're having the problem in writing, you wanted them to, they have the motor problem, the speaking issue, they can also click on home button, and there's a dictate button using which you can also guide them, or you can also use it, a dictate feature, to speak. If you start speaking using this setting, the changing the setting, okay, spoken language is my English India, and if I click on save it, if I start speaking after clicking, if I start speaking after clicking on mic, then it will start working out. Can you see it? This is getting saved as a conclusion. And if I go to the next line, comma, it says like, you can see that comma has automatically come up, right? I have not typed the comma. If I speak about the comma, it will come semicolon. Can you see it? How it is working out? So if I don't have to type anything, I can speak and things are getting typed. So this is also one of the accessibility solution, which is a part of the system. Any document which is available to the students as a notes, if you create a digital notes for the students which you are trying to give as a preparation time, you can even tell the students to read out. If they are not able to read, at least they can hear what is written in the notes. How they can hear? Any document they can convert into the immersive reader. So example, under the review option, you will have the option of, somewhere under review or view option, immersive reader. Okay, this will read the document for you. And even you can also practice multiple things in this. So I'm just showing you one example of how this document has been read. I click on immersive reader. It will analyze the entire document and will try to convert. This is Word document. So you'll say that, okay, this feature is available in the Word document. It's fine. But I'll just show you some more thing here. Okay, I think some problem is going on. I'll refresh this page again. It's not taking that much time. Okay, I think there is some issues which I'm facing in this document. I'll just show you for a while a new blank document. How it works is, let's say this is the new blank Word document, and I'll try to use the dictate feature here. If I start speaking anything, it will start typing it. And this paragraph, I may want it to the system to read for me. Okay, imagine this is one of the paragraph which a teacher wanted to give as a notes to the students. Now this entire paragraph, I will try to get it read it. So I go to the view and click on immersive reader. Okay, maybe the allow access I have not given could be that reason. Yeah. Okay, now you can see the paragraph is coming up. The issue was coming because I have not allowed the access of microphone and things to be coming in the new pop-up. But you can see it is coming very clean and clear for a person to read it or hear it. If I click on play,
If I start speaking anything, it will start typing it, and
okay, and if I'm reading it also or I'm trying to focus reading it, I can also increase the text size. Okay, I can even change the font. I can even change the background which can shoot my eyesight, okay, which can give the relaxed feeling to my eyes. That way I can choose it. And I can even go to the reading preference and I can click on line focus so that one line at a time I can start reading it or system can start
this
reading it,
paragraph I may want it to the system to read form. Imagine this is one of the paragraph.
right? Now, this is not only the case of Word document which a teacher can give as a notes to the students, but if you are giving a PDF document also, let's say this is a PDF document, okay? Now, in this PDF document, there's some informations are given. Now, student wanted to just hear it, what is the information is all about. Maybe some instruction is given here, okay, how they should do it. So, not only this, I'll just show you one more document which can give you more clarity. Yeah, you can see this one. This is the final, let's say the final project guideline document. What can happen is if they have to hear it completely, what can happen? They can click on any area where they wanted to read. And in every PDF which is opening on Microsoft Edge browser, you will have the features of read aloud. This is the symbol of it. Read aloud. If I click on read aloud, what will happen?
Knowledge, Internet Basics, Digital Access, Digital Basics. 1. Digital Literacy Poster Times Objective, Understand.
You can even change the voice option, the speed. If I wanted to hear it, the entire document I wanted to, I'm busy with some other work, but I wanted to hear it. I may increase the speed of document and choose the language which I wanted. Example, I wanted Nirja's voice, who is from the English India. Nirja's natural voice, English India. Prabhat voice, English India. Okay. Uh, Then from India is why? Because it is coming as Indian accent. Okay, now different languages are coming up, which is coming in a different accent. Okay, so for example, I'm just putting as Nirja English. Yeah, Nirja English, and then I have set up this. I can even add more options. Let's try it out.
Week 1. Digital awareness, device knowledge, internet basics, digital access. Access, digital basics. 1. Digital literacy poster times objective. Understand the concept of digital literacy and its significance. Times activity. Create a poster explaining the importance of digital literacy using colorful pens.
So are you getting it? Like your notes, they can also hear it. They can also read it. They can also translate into multiple languages. Even if you are giving a document tomorrow, if you are giving a document in the language, let's say the English language, they have got a tools, or you are giving them the knowledge that they can just right click on any of the document, click on translate option, and translate the entire document in the language which they wanted. They can convert into English to Hindi, English to Bengali, English to there are Hindi, okay, and if I click on translate, this document will get into the translated mode where I can try to understand the same concept into the other language also, so that my understanding will be much better. Okay, these tools are helping me. You are as a teacher are giving it just one notes, but the features which is inside the tools which you are giving it to them, the knowledge which you are sharing with them, they can use it for multiple accessibility purpose. Okay, so this was the one of the example I wanted to share with you. Now, one more example which I can show you, the live caption I showed you, dictate I showed you, immersive reader I showed you, translation option I showed you, and there are different apps are also available here. Now, especially in the Windows computer, there is a magnifier options are given, screen contrast option is given, which can support multiple types of students. So that is also one thing which is when we are giving the level 2 training, when we do with the devices, that time we have to see that how in the devices we can do some settings which can give more personalized experience for anybody. Okay, so this is just an example. Apart from that, as I told you, if a teacher started teaching in a classroom, not only with this kind of Zoom feature, not only the backbenchers are getting benefited, the students now with live caption, the student in the classroom, the front bench can understand. With the better font, everybody is able to see it. With the right images, when you're using in the presentation, all students are able to connect it. If you play a video, the video with the captions, it is suitable for all the students. And by doing all these experiments, if you are also doing the recording of the session, when the student go back home, they can watch the recording. If you give them the forms, the quiz, which is having the branching as a feature in the forms. Branching is a feature in a sense. If this is the, let's say, I'm just giving example. If out of so many apps, I have got a forms, and I wanted to give a form to the students, create a form, not to just test them, but to make sure that all the students' concepts gets clear. So I can create a new form or new quiz, anything for that matter, if it is a new quiz. And let's say the quiz I'm trying to ask about uh, generate a general knowledge quiz for age 13 to 15, and for each question mention levels. Okay, and generate 10 questions. Now I'm trying to just generate a general knowledge quiz in a form. I'm just trying to show you something here. Okay, now let's say I wanted this kind of quiz to be there. Now example, the first question is, what is the capital city of France? The answer is, let's say, Paris. And if a student is giving a answer wrong, okay, let's say they are given the answer as London, what should happen? It should take them to the uh, question number where it is asking them the question of like, what is the capital city of, I'm just giving example. Okay, I'm just creating a new question here. What is the capital city of United? Or I'm just in the short, I'm putting as UK, and I'm putting as the right answer as London. So what will happen? Each question, if I try to do the branching, okay, branching is in every question there is settings like add branching. If they go to the Paris, then it is the right option. They can go to the next question. But if they choose London, what will happen? It will give the option to the next of UK. Okay. Same way, if they give Madrid, then some other question which is giving them more conceptual, more depth branching, that kind of things I can make it. Okay. Now I'll try to just rename this question something like, okay, you have selected. Now you can see now, if I click on preview the quiz, the first question, if I click on Paris, it is going to the next question. What is the Romeo Juliet? Berlin also it will work the same way. The moment I choose the option of London, okay, okay, I think I've not set properly. I'll just reset it. In this question, I will go to the branching. It goes to a third question. It goes to a third question. Okay, now I'll just go to the preview. If I choose Paris, what will happen? It goes to the who wrote the play, the Julio, and all the questions are coming. Berlin, then again, no changes. Madrid, no changes. But the moment I choose, the student is choosing the London, the question is coming something like this. Okay, you have selected London last time. Can you think what could be the capital of UK? And then if it strikes me London, do you want to change your previous answer? I can always go and think about and choose the right answers for that. So what happens? It is enforcing the learning for the people. So through the forms also, I can make sure that all students can learn and they all can get a different level of questions based on their age requirement. Now I will just share my PPT screen with all of you once again. Okay, my PPT is, yeah, it is shared now. Okay, now you must be clear about this features like how in the accessibility we can plan, we can design the font style, the universal. So one video is there on the YouTube which you should go through and watch it always. Universal Design Learning (UDL), and the design should be accessible. The font, the images, the audio, the assignment, everything should be synchronized to each other. And that could be possible when you have got the right accessibility tools. So with these features, you can actually do wonders in the classroom, and you can always give a special solution to the students who are in needs. Okay. So the reflect part. Okay. What is the one accessibility feature I will try in the next lesson, which you can try it out? We start with the one who in my class could benefit from more inclusive approach. Okay, think about that, and you can reflect the answer, because inclusion is not about lowering the expectation, it's about removing the barriers. With Microsoft tools, every teacher can make a difference for every learners, right? So at end I wanted to say that tomorrow our topic will be about integrating multimedia and real world context. But before we end our session, I want to say that accessibility is not just for the student with disabilities or school who is having the students with special needs. It is for any students who need a different way to learn. With Microsoft tools and multiple designing solutions, we can reach every learners where they are, right? So with that approach, we will wind up the session, and tomorrow topic will be integrating multimedia. We'll try to understand that how the multimedia content could be generated. We'll use some of the designer software and see that how it is easily we can create the digital content and we can use in the real world context, right? That's a topic for tomorrow. And with that, we'll stop now. Thank you so much for joining. We'll meet up tomorrow.